you doing? Welcome to another week of Envision Me show. I want you to drop in the feed and let me know one, how you doing? You always have three homework assignments, so that's one. The number two, it's Win Wednesday. What's your win for this week? And then number three, did you check out what today's topic is? It's all about our monthly check-in. If you don't know, the theme for this month is new beginnings. And in a couple of days, the month is over. So I want to know how you doing, and we're going to check in. So first and foremost, I also have put a post out. What who is this today's sponsor for the show? Did anyone? I don't think I've seen it. If I did, I will apologize right now. Did you guess or have any guess? If not, let me show you who our sponsor is for today's show. It is Vision Made Magazine. Yes, Vision Made Magazine is a lifestyle magazine. It's all about empowering, inspiring you to go after your what's next. And when you go after your what's next, you need those stories and you need the empowerment, as well as y'all know I love me some vision board. So those of you who are looking to even become a sponsor, where I will do the shout out as I just did, as well as I will put it on the website, drop me a quick note, or you can DM me and say, I'm interested in being a sponsor for the show, and we can work it out. But today's sponsor, again, can you see it, guys? Let me see. It is Vision Made Magazine. This was last quarter's issue. We are working on this quarter's now, and it should be dropping at the end of this month. So, as I'm doing, I'm all about we set our goals, but we never keep them. And so first and foremost, let's work on some mindset work, right? And so the first thing of mindset is, why don't we follow through with the goals? And the reason why I wanted to start off with that is I was talking to, I think it was my nail tech, and I had asked her, what has she done a vision board? And she said yes. And I go, well, how often do you do them? And she says once a year. Can any of you relate to that? Once a year. Or let's even go further or dig deeper. She also says that she does it once a month. And then I asked her, does she follow through with it? Does she see how many goals that she has met or anything? Has she done any work on it? And she doesn't. And so here at Vision Made, we're all about, yes, doing vision boards, but using them to make and work for us, not against us. I've seen so many articles out here and write-ups that saying vision boards don't work. Well, they don't work because you don't put the work in, and you have to put the work in. So if this is you, well, come on in. We're going to start having these monthly. It'll be every month at the end of the month, every month, where we're going to start doing some monthly check-ins. Not only that, oh, aren't you guys proud of me? I got my drink. I already ate my snack, but y'all know how that goes. Not only that, if you're looking for an accountability coach, that we will come in, even doing more extensive work than it is today, DM me or drop me an email, and email at envisionmetalkshow@gmail.com, and I'll reply back to you so we can set up some time and talk, just to see if we're even compatible or if we're meant for each other. And I did that again because, going back to, when we set these vision boards up, we need to set them up as, you have to do the work, you guys. They're not, I've heard that someone's called them magic boards, or they're not. What you put on there, you have to put realistically, and knowing that you can create, and knowing that whatever you put on there, that you will be able to reach it. And so again, another part of Vision Made, what we do is we believe in making the big goal, but making the big goal down to the smaller goal. And we do that so that when you set up those smaller goals, you're inevitable to reach that small goal, which then leads you up to the big goals. And so your small goals is, one, doing your vision or setting your goals at the beginning of the month. That's why I'm always asking you, what's your win for the week? That's Win Wednesday. And then two, at the end of the month, we'll have monthly check-ins. So every month I'll be asking you, how did you do on your goal? And if not, what was the one obstacle? So it goes back to the mindset, as in when you work on these goals, work on some mind work. Why are you doing it? And and do it in a quiet space. I don't know how many times someone is always saying that I tried, Miss Pam, but I can't. Well, you can do it. It's just that knowing that it just has to be done practice. It's practice made perfect. So every week I'm going to start asking you, did you, how, and that's why I was asked, where are you with your goal? Now, if you're facing an obstacle and you're needing some work on getting over the obstacle, not knowing what goal you want to work on, not knowing where to start at, DM me and or email me at envisionmetalkshow@gmail.com and we'll work it out. I believe in this year we're all about creating our intentions to go after our what's next. I understand we have to navigate through the burnout. And let me say this because this is on my notes and I needed to address this with you. Burnout comes in so many forms and fashions. So one, I wanted to talk about that as well, which one of the burnouts is, of course, you're so working, you're overloaded on the work of the day-to-day life that you're burnt out on that. But also there's also the burnout of the where you hear a lot of negativity on some of the things that you hear the negativity, not even on things you want to do, but you hear the negativity, and over time that burns you out. And I want us to change that mindset to one, if you are overworked or if you work a lot, not overwork, but if you work a lot, slow down, take a breather, start doing. Honestly, that was me. You know what I start doing now, you guys? I take a break. And at my break, guess what? I take it a step further. I take a nap. So knowing that you take those breaks, which then the burnout will be less than what it is, what you have been faced with. Then with those that you hear a lot of the negative or the no's and you're trying to accomplish it, we need to work on the mindset of, though you hear the no to you, the no means yes to you, which means no to them. And take it for a grain of salt. I know it's hard. I'm learning too. I had to face, I've heard some negative backlash for a little bit, and I let it sit in my space. I no longer allow that. And I don't say anything, but it's time to move on. Now, once you've started working on that mindset piece, the next piece is all about working on the goal. Now, the I always say work on two goals a month, which then allows you to be again set up for success. Now, everyone's like, well, Pam, I have 10 goals on my list. Here's the way to do it. Step one, list those 10 goals. I'm gonna give you 10, right? After you have did those 10 goals, then step two, you're gonna take that 10 and you're gonna break it down the top three on your list. So you're going to list them in the importance, high importance to the least important. You're going to take your top three. Then within those top three, I need you to really look at them. So out of those three, which three can you really work on that is obtainable that you can reach now? So then within the top three, you're going to pick two, excuse me, two that you can work on. And so if you're going to work on two goals for the month, that means you have 2.5 weeks, you work on one, and I'm sorry, 2 weeks, you work on one, and then the other goal you'll do another 2 weeks. Note that if you fall into where you're facing an obstacle, don't worry about it. Write it down. We'll talk about it again here on our monthly goal check-in so we can get past that. So again, that's the way I always teach everybody. And then as you are completing that goal, that's why I ask you every week what's your win for the week. I believe in celebrating. And it may be that I give you a shout out, maybe I give you kudos, maybe whatever it is. This is why I believe in giving a shout out to help you along, to cheer you on, because once you hear the cheering, the likelihood of you achieving the next goal is right. Your success rate has been bumped up to 10% more. So, so every week now, when I ask you what's your win for the week, drop it in the feed, no matter what it is. Just saying that, well, I reached out to you, Miss Pam, and I'm facing some obstacles. That's still a win, you guys. So definitely start doing that. When you do that, as well as at the end of the month, and I want you to tell me, how does it feel that you have now achieved the goal? If you're like me, I love to I love to feel the win. I love to feel the success. I love to see the success. And especially if you are achieving that success because of me here help empowering you to go after your what's next, then I definitely want to hear how you feel about it. Now remember, we are we are here to cheer each other on. So any wins or losses, it's all for learning. It's all to learn, and it's helped us to, at the end of the year, you are to go and we're cheering you on. Speaking of end of the year, you guys, as you reach your goal and you give we do the shout out, you guys, I don't know if you remember the gold jar. Do you remember that? I had I had I brought it back because I had one of the old followers from the podcast followers in the past. She's been following me and she texted me and said, Miss Stone, I've been implementing the goal jar. So every time that you reach your goal and you can tell me what your goal is, then put it in the jar. Now, what's the purpose of the jar? So at the end of the year, and I cut these little strips up. I believe that they're coming different color. I do different colors. But the purpose of this is to show you visually. I do mine weekly. Um, yeah. I'm making sure I have three. I'll put another one in just a minute. But I put these in here, the strips of paper in, just to note that to show, okay, I'm making progress and that my jar is going to be full. And at the end of the year, what we're going to do is we're going to have, I always say this, but I'm holding myself accountable. And so you're hearing me, we will have some kind of celebration. And of course it'll be online. We'll see. It'll be online, but that's what I'm playing with. But I definitely want us to open up the jar and let's celebrate the wins at the end of the year on all that you have accomplished. So that, yeah, I'm bringing back the gold jar, you guys, and I have the pieces of paper sitting in the jar that I write down every goal. And so I just need to write down. I need to write down this week's goal that I achieved, which I'll let you know. In the meantime, what is your win for this week? Don't forget to drop it in the feed there. Let's see. As we just talked, I talked about the celebrating of the win, where you come on here. You can come on, or you can write it, or anything like that. Let me say this: if you are putting your win here in the phone, remember that you need to give me access because I can't see it. Like I've just seen somebody. Yeah, I just seen there's some people out here making comments, but I can't see the comments because you didn't give me access to the to StreamYard, so I won't be able to see it. So with that being said, make sure that you give access to me so I can see your goals, because you know me, I love a good old celebration. May it be big or small, may it be you're just thinking about it. As I said before, just note that I love cheering you on. Now, one thing that I want to, the next part that okay, I'm on. I think no, I'm a little bit behind. That's okay. So then the next one item I want to talk to you about is when we do set our goals, we're going to face challenges. And the challenges that we face will normally stop us. They've stopped me. And then I have to bring myself or swing myself around. And so, how I face these challenges is, one, I really sit down with myself and I don't beat myself up. I'm like, and I talk to myself. I write them down. I believe in journaling. So I write them down in my journal. I have a business journal, and then I have a personal journal. I do it in the both, but they're in the same space. But one page is all about personal, and one space is all about business. And so on the business side of it, I always talk about what obstacle did I face? Then I put on there, how did it feel when I faced that obstacle? And then lastly, how long did I sit in that obstacle? Did I sit there and not do anything a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Did I not? How long did I sit? And if I sat for an extensive long time, for me, after a week or two, then I write down why I sat in it. Could it be that I was facing that? Was it personal? I mean, was it family oriented? Was it that I was just facing something that I just felt the face the funk and I just couldn't pivot out of it for one reason or another? But we do face them. And I want us to start talking about them here. Or I may take it to more of an intimate setting, but let's see how many people would like to come on and talk about the obstacles that they face and how to get over them, and also too to reflect on how did it make you feel when you got towards that, I won't say obstacle, that challenge. We're not going to use the negative wording. And actually I learned that from one of my amazing mentor. We're not going to use obstacle, we're going to use challenges. So how did that challenge make me feel? And be honest, because that's the only way we're going to be able to grow, to go to our what's next. Then the next, renew and adjust goals. So as I talked about before, we have the big goal, right? And then the big goal, we have the small goals. And so what I want you to know is that if you do not remember, I'm giving you credit to do 2 goals a month. Now, if you're not able to make one of those goals, then it goes on to the next month. Do not beat yourself up. It is okay. We can even talk about why did it go to move to the next month, but it's don't worry about it. It's now all about keep working your goals. And that's actually how I do. I have a lot of goals and they all consistently and constantly move to the next, to the next month. So also understand that, when you do your goals and one may be impossible to meet. May an impossibility may mean that you need $5,000 and you're not able to get that $5,000, but you are able to get maybe $2,000. So maybe you dumb down the goal for a little bit to able to fit into that $2,000 goal range. Or you move it to next month and then you set the goal of, okay, let me try to reach $5,000 with the 2,000 already reached and see if I can meet it for next month at this time. But always know we're going to reach the goals that we set. That is the ultimate end be all. That's what we're doing. We're setting our goals for this month and we're going to meet them. But I understand again that, when we have the challenges that we face, there's people here to help you. And I'm here to help you do that. And note that if I can't help you, then know that I have other amazing women behind me that does do it. One piece of the way I achieve my goals. Now, y'all, if you don't know, you're new to me. I love me a SMART goal, right? And so I want you to, and if you don't know what SMART means, it means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. And I do that formula, put it in I do it on a T. It's just me, you guys. I do it on a T, like a T graph, and I put each one of those that I just read, specific, look up here, measurable, achievable, and time bound down here. And I just do time bound down here. It's just sometimes if it's really important to me, I'll move time bound up here so it keeps me mindful, and then being measurable here, and then the other two go down at the bottom. But no, I use the SMART goal because it allows me to, again, keep visualizing. And if you don't know how to use a SMART goal, what I'll do is I will definitely talk about it next month on how to use your SMART goals on a T. I have just circled it on a T graphic. And it's very, to me, it's simple. I just put, like I said, the measurables and the specifics, as well as achievable, and then how long. And the how long is always, if you're going to do one goal, it's 4 weeks. and then I break it down 4 weeks. And what am I going to do for week 1? What am I going to do for week 2? What am I going to do for week 3? What am I going to do for week 4? Which then allows me to go back to, I have achieved this goal that I've created specific to what I'm going to achieve, and it was achievable, and it was these, and how I achieved it was relevant to my goal, to reaching it. But what I'll do is I have here on how you can ensure your SMART goal how you can incorporate the SMART goal into your day to day. Okay, I'm on time. I'm back on track. Okay, so with that being said, now this is going to start effect. What I'm getting ready to have you work on is starting for next month. What are 2 goals? Two goals, and drop them in the feed if you're listening to me live. If you want to email them, email them to me at envision me talk show at gmail.com. In the subject, say my goals for February 2024 or 2025, and tell me what your 2 goals are. That's one way I'm going to start holding you accountable. But when you set these goals, think about it. Are they realistic? Are you going to do you feel that you're going to face the challenge? And if you know ahead of time that you're going to face some challenge, let's talk about ways around a workaround of you facing those challenges. So I'm super excited about that. And remember that, as always, you guys keep positive. I'm in here. If you guys could have seen me, I was out in the back dancing. I know you guys can't see me, but I'm super excited. I love this. This is not only is it going to hold me accountable, but now I get to hold all of you accountable with me, which then allows me to go on this journey so much better. And note that I love working as a team. I love to cheer you on. So again, don't forget, I'll give you until February, and I'll drop it in Facebook under Pam Stone, as well as in the Vision Made Media group. What is your goal for 2020 for February 2025? You get two, and then we're gonna hopefully I will be able to do take one person's goal, or I'll even take my goal, and I will use it on the Smart T grid and show you how to do that. That being said, anyone have any questions? Drop them in the feed. I'm here for you. If not, y'all know how I love me a good old book on the shelf book, right? One that can help you with this. I don't know if any of you have read Atomic Habits. Gotta read it. I don't know how many times I've read it. I don't know how many times it has how many times I've read it. I listened to it on Audible, so it is available. And if you would like to talk about that, so we can maybe slide that in next month on how it can help us to achieve and reach our goals. It makes the book makes it so much simpler, and it ties it in together. So I definitely want to talk about that next month. And so with that being said, everyone, next month we are going to talk about self-love. I think it's so appropriate because look, Valentine's is right around the corner, but also to self-love, to knowing that you need the self-love to achieve your what's next, and knowing that the self-love can help you conquer or navigate through your burnouts that you're facing. So I'm excited about that. As well as if you're needing some more support than you had today. I had on, let's see, for the month of January, I had on, let's see, last week, I had on Christine Baumgartner, and she was the relationship coach. We talked about how relationships are important to us in order for us to grow and go after whatever we want, that life that we talked about. And her program was all about the perfect match, and she finds you a perfect match, or she'll help you find a perfect match for yourself. So you got to check her out. Then let me see, I believe that was this month. Let me check. Then I had a young lady. Her name is let's see. I'm sorry. So then I had I had a couple good ones, good ones. Okay. So then I had at the beginning of the month, I had Crystal Jordan on, and she was an amazing woman. In case you're looking to build your build looking to see looking to find ways of building an empire for yourself, but knowing that you have life challenges inside of doing that. Crystal was a great guest. She talked about how she is creating an autism community or an empire, as well as and she's doing some amazing work. So she's doing that as well as how society life is life in, right? So she's busy. So if you're looking for an empowerment story and seeing how she has built a community, you need to check that episode out. And then if you are someone that is wanting to write a book and make it your business, Tammy Polk, that was one of our other episodes that we talked about, that we talked on. You can check out her amazing story. She had actually on our time together that show she talked about not we she talked about how she has written a book and she can show you how 5 ways how to make passive income from that one book. And she did talk about those 5 ways. So if you're interested in catching any of those past shows that I just talked about, there are already uploaded on all the larger podcast platforms, as well as y'all know I love me some Audible. So you can also get it on Audible as well. Well, you guys, I think that's it for right now. Again, if you're facing any challenges and that you're needing a little bit of, and it's okay for you need a little bit of empowerment and figuring out how to navigate around it, just drop me a line. You can DM me or you can email me at envisionmetalkshow@gmail.com. If you are someone out there that's looking to expand your reach, if that's you and you're like where I had talked about, just like I'm holding up Vision Made magazine. I just talked about how it is a quarterly lifestyle magazine where it empowers, inspires you to go after your what's next writing style. We even have in here vision boards. Now, you know how I'm doing that. Oh, and that's what we're going to do next month too. Every month we're doing a vision board. So you guys got us tune in on seeing the vision board that we're going to do next month. I already did one this month and it was all about starting new beginnings. So I just started a new vision board, which I talked about the goal that I wanted to reach, and that was I wanted to sit and I wanted to be on 3 different platforms that allowed to or I was able to get out my story. And guess what? I I achieved 2 goals, and then and I am speaking at an amazing event this Sunday. Speaking of vision boards, this Sunday I will be actually speaking on how to do vision boards and the importance of vision boards, as I just said, here in Columbus, Ohio. So if you're interested in it, I hope it's okay. I have to check with the host of the event. But if you want to come out and you want to sit with me and do a vision board, it won't be as a one-on-one, but we can definitely do one. It is, I think there is expected to be 30 women there, but if that's something you want to do, I will share that flyer on the 2 platforms as well. Well, you guys, that is it in a nutshell. This was fun. I hope you found this show empowering, inspiring. If you feel that this is can help someone or inspire someone, please share. You know what I believe in? Sharing is caring. I also am asking all of you to drop me a feedback or drop me a line or tell me how you're doing or tell me what the show, because more that you talk about that, the more Envision Me will move up the ladder. So note that. I think that's all that's going on. So if you have any questions, look, I want to be mindful of your time, respect your time. If you have any questions, do not forget to email me at envisionmetalkshow@gmail.com. If you would like to sit down, I'm opening up my books to do a little one-on-one mini accountability session with you on allowing and empowering you to get you to your what's next and setting your goal let's do that as well. Again, just DM me, or if you're ready. And then lastly, if you are looking to be part of my newsletter, I'm so excited, newsletter community, and keeping into the loop of what's going on and hearing more, getting more behind the scenes of what's going on with the Envision Me show. Let me know. Drop your email, and I will have you added to the email list. Well, okay, you guys, I think that's it. You guys are amazing. And note this, you guys only have one life to live. And I'm here to help you and make your vision as you envision it to go to your what's next. Now, I understand you find challenges and obstacles, but I know you find challenges, no more obstacles, facing challenges, but we're here to do that. And don't allow those challenges to stop your what you want to do to what you didn't do, or your woulda, coulda, shoulda sitting in the corner. So until next week, everyone, where I bring on an amazing guest that will as well as empower you, inspire you to your what's next. Understand this, your vision can be made. So let's go after it and take care until then. Bye, everybody.